We're going to look at a series of two short videos, to show how we can use this example that you're looking at in front of you to graph feasible regions. We're going to basically create graphs of these two or these three inequalities, and we're going to see how we graph them and then how we come up with a feasible region for them. So the first part of this is going to be about how we graph them. There's a couple of ways that you can graph these. First of all, you can turn the inequalities into equals, and you can rearrange these and put them into your graphing calculator, but I think the easiest way is to use x and y intercepts. Now, x and y intercepts means that if I'm going to try to find the x-intercept is where y is 0. It's a point where y is 0. So we're just going to stick y is 0 into this equation. And when we do that, and we go 5 times 0, we get 0. So we get 8x left over. 5 times 0 is 0, equals, and then 40. And then we just divide everything by 8, and we get x is 5. Now that's a point, x is 5, on the graph that we will go up and we'll put on the graph. And then we do the same thing for the y-intercept, where x is equal to 0, and we stick that into the equation up here. X is 0 turns that 0, and then we're left with 5y is equal to 40, and we divide everything by 5 and divide everything by 5, and we get y is, this is 40, y is 8. All right? That's another point. So that's what we have. We have x is 5 and y is 8, and we'll go up into the graph and we'll plot those. So I've drawn the line, but you can see here is x is 5, here y is 8. So we simply draw the line off those 2 points. It's called the xy intercept. Okay, and that's how you create the line initially. So we've created this graph. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one. And we're going to use the x and y intercept method. So we're going to get 10x plus 3y equal to 30. We use x is 0, we stick that in, and we're going to get 3y is equal to 30. So the y-intercept is at 10. So the y-intercept is at 10, the point 10. And then we do the same thing for when y is 0, and we stick y is 0 into there, and we're going to get 10x is equal to 30, so x is 3. And so we're going to put a point at x is 3, and then we're going to draw that graph and make that line. So there we have it. We have graphed this equation, and we have graphed 10x plus 3y is equal to 0. If we want to graph y is greater than or equal to 2, then we can simply graph y is equal to 2, and we can just go to y is 2, and it's just simply a straight line across there. So that's the three graphs. Now we've got to turn them into inequalities and shade them to see what happens with that.